Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Candle Monster, aka Mother Goose of Monster Goose Trading, coming at you with a much delayed Benzinga Pro update. It's been a while. Um, I'm definitely still using it, man, using it every day, and they've made some changes. But the point of this video is just to recreate my workspace. I've been asked to do that, and so I'm going to go step by step and make my workspace that I use on a day-to-day basis for you. If you need to know anything about how any of these tools work on the left side, go to my Benzinga Pro Workshop group of videos on YouTube. Check them out. I explain all of them except for the new ones, scanners, insiders, and advanced newsfeed, which I'll kind of go over in this video. Um, but let's get down to the meat and potatoes of everything here and get started. So you'll notice right away that my colors are different. It starts with a dark contrast default, which is nice. It's nice dark mode for Benzinga Pro. A lot of people might like that. It's a little too washed out for me, and I kind of like the Bloomberg terminal look, which the antique theme setting gets you. You can access that from the three dots up here. Go to settings, and you can change your theme here. I also have the ticker bar turned off from the bottom, but you can turn that on. Just put the ticker bar on the tickers that you search for in the details. And stuff that you click on in the news feeds, those will actually be at the bottom here, the ones that you recently looked at. I don't use that so much, the ticker bar. I do use the desktop news desk notifications, desktop notifications, use that, so want to keep those on. All right, here we are. So if you don't know how all of this is, you've got your tools down the left side, you've got your workspace, you can click the button, open up as many workspaces as you want. It is a resource hog, I will tell you that, so be careful. Don't open up too much stuff. There's some tools that I wouldn't even leave open because they use so much resources, like the calendar. If you leave it on the wrong thing, it can use a lot of resources. So I'm going to give you what you need and then show you what you can click to get information that's not on your main screen that I use. So anyway, the first thing that I like to do here is create a news feed, just a regular news feed. You'll notice there's advanced news feed and news feed. Advanced news feed has some other filters. We will use that in another page here. But this is just a why is it moving news feed. And why is it moving? If you don't know what that is, that's a Benzinga Pro thing. With the BZ wire, the BZ Benzinga Pro guys, they go through all the PRs and all the SEC filings and everything, and they figure out what you need to know and what's good information to them, and they put it back on the BZ wire really quickly, might I add. So it's really, really nice add-on to the Benzinga Pro. It's not just PRs that you get. But also their take on stuff and their technical analysis and stuff. If you watch YouTube Hot Stocks Luke all day long, you'll get an idea what Benzinga Pro brings to the table there. So anyway, to do this, we're going to do sources. You need the BZ wire checked, then go to categories, and all we're going to check is the WIMs. Okay. I like to change my color for WIMs to this little like yellow color. I do that actually for all of the Benzinga stuff, but we'll do the coloring in just a second. And then the only other thing that I add to this workspace here is a details page, and that's it. So we're going to name that WIIMS for WIMS. And I make this my first workspace because it's what I'd like to look at first. Either no matter what, when I bring up Benzinga Pro, I want to know what's moving and why. Okay, and that's what this screen will get you. And then the details page is there just to quickly click on something to get some details off of that. So we're going to create another workspace up here. Okay, and this is going to have a scanner tool and then 3 advanced newsfeed tools. Okay, so your scanner tool, we're going to get rid of some of these columns. So you want to click on columns up there, get rid of change. I don't need that. And then I'm going to add some actually. So I'm going to add share float. I'm going to add change open, change close, R volume, and short percentage of float. I believe that's going to be it here. All right, so you'll notice right away that this is going to give you a scroll bar. I don't want a scroll bar, so let's resize this. You can resize symbol all the way to where it just cuts off symbol. I like to do it that way. Price, you won't know until it populates with pricing, but a little bit off. Previous change, just get it down to where it says change. Change 5 minutes, same thing. Volume, shrink it down to where it shrinks volume and then bring it a little bit off. Same with average volume. I don't need to know that it's 14 days. I already do. Share float. Okay, change open, I'm going to bring over here. Change close, I'm going to bring over here. Shrink those down just a smidgen. I still want them to say change open, change closed. So when I'm looking at them, I know what I'm looking at. R volume, that's one that can be resized a lot. Okay. And then short percent of float. Let's bring that out. Now, no scroll bar. Perfect. That's what I want there. That is done. We'll explain that tool in just a minute and how to use this page. All right. Over here for sources, I'm going to go Benzinga Wire, press releases, and SEC. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and color code SEC, this kind of green color here. That's my particular preference. You can make it whatever color you want. Okay. You'll notice we use the advanced news feed over the news feed here. And so what they added there was these price. You can limit by price, limit by market cap, limit by volume. You can actually go into the screener, select watch list, types, subtypes, put in a whole bunch of information. All right. The main thing for this one is I'm looking for stuff that's afloat. So one thing I want to put is stocks. I don't want to see ETF news. And then I want common. Okay. I don't care about price here. This is my float. So I want my share float to be 50 million. And let's actually do price. Let's do $10. Is the max on those. Okay, so this is going to give me news just for a low float under $10. I like that kind of news, so I like to see it as it populates on here as well. This news feed up here, we're just going to do Benzinga Wire. That's it. And the importance. Put the importance level to low. To explain it, that'll kind of cut out a lot of stuff you don't really want to see, like law firm class action lawsuits and stuff like that. You put it on mid, it's going to make just these little 2-carat Benzinga Wire pops up. And if you put it on high, it gives you just the 3-carat ones. So I don't want that, but I do want it on low. I want it to cut out all the crap that's really not important. So make sure you put those on low. And then Benzinga Wire, we're going to want that. And then for screener, I don't really put anything here. I want to see everything. This is my news feed. I want to see all the news that pops up. So I'm not going to block anything out, but I do want to put the importance on low. And then for sources down here, we're going to uncheck Benzinga Wire and check press releases and SEC. The reason we separate that is because it will clog things up. So Benzinga Wire is going to give you the news a little late because that's them looking at the news, dissecting the news, and then reporting what's important about the news. But it'll give you information that you'll have to dig through if you want to find it when you're looking at this. So depending on how well you are at digging through news, that's pretty quick and easy. Just click that, pops it open, read what you want to read. If you can do that quickly, great. If not, you got the Benzinga Wire up here. That's the whole point. And then you got your low float news feed over here. All right, so your presets, or not your presets, you can do presets, but you don't need to. I like to just go to the filters. I like to see no ETFs, no ADR, just common. That's it. You can choose stock up here if you want as well. Okay. Volume 10K. It's not a bad thing for you to put on there. This is basically going to show you a whole list of stocks. So you want it to have some sort of, some sort of filter that's going to give you what you want to see. Now this is what I'm looking at all the time. So I like to have my R volume as my minimum R volume, if possible. Sometimes it won't let me do it. So my minimum, I want it to be 10, right? And then notice I put 11K there. My maximum I want to be 11K. I really want my minimum to be 20, but it won't let me do that. So we're going to go with 10 and then 11K. So now that's only going to show me the stocks that are moving at an average above their average for the, or, moving their volume is more volume than the average over the last 5 days for that exact same time period. So at 259 over the last 5 days, it traded at this average. How far above that or below that is it? So I want stuff that trades above what it normally trades at. That's a good sign for anything. And then with the scanner, you can just sort. So as you're looking at things, if it's during the open, market open, you can sort by the market open. It's going to bring up a list. Boom. Okay. As you can see, we need to change our all column so that it catches all that. Not a problem. Make sure it catches all that. Call all that good. But you can sort. Click it to where it's red. You'll see the lowest. Green. You'll see the highest. You can do the open, do the close. That's a market open and market close, by the way. 5 minutes only available during market hours, obviously. You can sort by RVol. That's going to be at the close. That's also during market hours, but it will show you the highest volume, relative volume at the market close if you sort it. You can sort by volume. Okay. Sort by average volume. Whatever you want to do. Short by float. Sure. And that's the beauty of it, right? Is that you can do that. And you don't have to mess around with any of the filters and any of the crap, any of the presets or any of that stuff, right? All right, so we're going to name this my feed. Okay. As far as the colors go, you do want to color code this stuff. I'm not going to go through all the colors for this video, um, but you want to set your colors to whatever you'd like. After hours calendar, after hours center, whatever, pre-market outlook. Those, like I said, I want that same color as the whim. But that's what I mean. Just go through, set the colors to something that you like, something that stands out for you on the news that's important to you. You'll also see that I have something highlighted here, phase 3. That's actually a highlight this extension for Google Chrome. They also have it for Microsoft Edge. Um, Highly recommend highlight this, the extension, and it will allow you to put in keywords basically. FDA, there's other ones, but obviously there was not any of them coming up. Merger, Form 10. So picks up on Form 13Ds for me, whatever you want to highlight, but that's what I highlight. Important keywords. I like highlight this because it allows you to highlight an entire phrase instead of just one word at a time like the other highlight extension tools do. So that's it there. The next tool or next workspace is scanner. That's it. So we're just going to label it scanner. All right. So same thing. We're going to go through the columns here. We're going to get rid of change. Don't want that. I'm going to go with name. I want that. I want my share float. I want my high and low for the day. I want my change in the 1 minute. Let's see, open, close, RVOL, short interest, short percent of float. I believe that's it for right now. Let's see what that looks like. So again, just sort these down. I'm going to try to do this real quickly so we don't make this drag this video on too much longer. Name we're going to put over here. Day high goes after price. Day low goes before price. That's my personal preference, guys. You can do what you want, but I like to see the low, the price, and then a high. That way the price is in between the day low and the day high, obviously, like it should be. That's why I put it that way. Makes sense. But do whatever makes sense to you, right? Basically, you're going to be looking at this all day long. So you want it to show you what information you want, right? What information you feel is important. So if you feel EPS is important or something of that sense, of that sort, then that's what you do. I think I'm missing something. Earnings date, we definitely want that. Do, 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 do. Oh, the volume, we want the volume for the 5 minute. And market cap's good to know. Yeah, that's good. I don't want it to be too much, right? I don't want it to be. So you could add one more column or two there if you wanted. I did not note this at the start of the video. Make sure you do this on the resolution that you're going to be using it on. So if you use multiple monitors, set up your Benzinga Pro on the monitor that's going to have Benzinga Pro, because the resolution will obviously not fit all of these on your screen on a different monitor with a different resolution. Same thing if you got work and home computers. You might want to set up a workspace layout. You can save those. We'll show you how to do that at the end here. And set one up for work, set one up for home. That's what I do. And, you know, that way you have the correct resolution for wherever you're at, right? So we're just going to set up our filters here as well. We don't want that, don't want that. We do want that, and don't really care about um, yeah, you know what? For volume, that's what I want. So in the morning, I'll have to change the scanner, the volume, obviously. If you use 10K volume, you can't use RVol because there is no relative volume. So I'm actually going to go back and change that on the other one because I want to use it at 4 a.m. Right? So you know, for this at 4 a.m., I'm going to want it to be like 1,000, 1K. So that way it picks up everything at 4 a.m. But at market hours, I might want it to be 100,000 or 500,000. you'll have to toy with it and see what comes up with the solutions you want, right? So RIBT of Rice Brand Tech. Oh, that's interesting to see. Okay, sort by the change, sort by the close. So if you want to know after hours, boom, AGRX was the top mover after hours, and NES, ABUS, FTK, easy, easy peasy, man. Gives you all this information, their next earnings date, market cap, short percent of the float, short interest, the share of the float. I'm gonna put that there. Switch that around. Average volume, volume, all that, all good information, and you can sort by that. So while you're watching, market during the market hours, sort by the percent change on the 1 minute or the 5 minute or the RVOL. Um, that'll give you a good idea of what's moving. And then you quickly need to know, oh, but what's the best since market open? Sort it. Boom. Done. What's the best since after hours started? Boom. Done. So the only thing that they don't have is 4 a.m. I do have that in my Thinkorswim. I've got a 4 a.m. Column that I made. So that's how I solved that problem. I wish Benzinga Pro would have a 4 a.m. Percent change, but they don't. I have asked them to add it. We'll see if that happens. Hopefully it does in the future. But anyway, that's it. I'll stretch these out so it fills the whole screen. I'm not going to do that for this video, but just basically drag them back. Here. That's an easy one. Boom. All right. Workspace, the last workspace, it's just details. All right, and that's all it is the details. That's it. That is my workspace. That's what I use. So I'll go to the details screen if I want a quick details so I can see their chart, see all the information about the thing, right at a glance. Bing, bang, boom. That's the beauty, man. So now, first thing I'm going to do here, I've got everything saved. I did want to change the my feed real quick. The filter, we don't want it to be on RVOL until market hours. Now, during market hours, putting it on RVOL, great idea. Relative volume. We're going to want to put it on percent change 1 minute. I like to do 0.5, okay? And then I like to put my volume on the 5 minute during pre-market at 1K. Okay, during market hours, I'll put it at 100K. And that's it. Done. All right. So it's not going to have those obviously because so if you wanted to you wouldn't use this basically. This is for during market hours is what I'm trying to say. This scanner is what you would look at after hours, after the market's closed, so that you can look at all the thing, right? During market hours, this one will start moving because it's working off of the percent change on the 1 minute and the volume. So if there is no volume, no percent change, your stocks aren't going to show up in the list, which is good. That's what you want to see on your scanner. You want to see what's moving currently. So that's why your filter is percent change 1 minute and volume 5 minute. Like I said, once it's market hours, I actually change this to 100K. Okay. But for right now at 4 a.m., I want it to be 1K. So let's save that. So go to the layout and the three dot menu up here, go to layouts. You'll see I already have one set up for work. Like I said, different monitor, different setup. Save, and this is going to be home or whatever you'd like to name it. Okay. And notice I have one for Xbox. Well, the Xbox is on my TV, so that's obviously a different resolution. And you're using the resolution of the Xbox from the browser mode. It's kind of strange. But so yeah, had to set up a whole new workspace just for that. So that's pretty much it, guys. If I want to know something about a stock that I'm just looking up, I go to details. If I'm in the middle of my feed because you're using 4 tools, if you click on something, it's going to open up a new workspace. no problem. Brings you right to the details screen. Perfect. Same thing in WIMS. Boom. Just brings it over here to your details screen. And in the scanner, it's nice. It brings it to the details screen here. You can still kind of see some of your information here as well. But just close that. Brings it back to the full scanner. All right, so some of the tools that I don't use, I mean, I do use, but I don't have it on my main screen because it's a resource hog, or there's no purpose for it to be on your main screen. So if you want to create a watch list, you're going to have to go to create a new workspace or have a blank workspace, go to watch list, and then you can bring up your watch list. You can make a crypto watch list, which I've done. Um, I'm actually, yeah, let's do that too. That's one other news feed that I like to have is crypto news feed. Just going to do a regular news feed and going to select Benzinga Wire, press releases, SEC. Going to go to watch list, select crypto. And this is a crypto feed. All it's going to give me is crypto news. Okay, bam. Let's go back to save because I made a different one. Save that to home. Oh, what the hell happened? Delete this one. All right. So anyway, but you're at your watch list. You can create your watch list. You can add a new watch list, all that kind of stuff. You'll use that if you want to filter just certain sector, whatever, or whatever. You can filter stuff by your watch list. That's the beauty of it. You can create notes on your watch list. That's nice. Um, other than that, you do have the calendar, resource hog, great tool. Like I said, go to my Benzinga Pro workshop, hit like and subscribe. Go to the Benzinga Pro workshop, check out all those videos. I tell you how to use those tools in detail in each video. I will tell you the way I set it up here is pretty resource friendly. So uh, this is the way I would recommend it. I don't see any reason to have anything else really on your news feed now, or your main screen basically. If you were into other stuff, sure, analyst ratings, earnings, that kind of thing. I did say I'd go over this insiders tool since I didn't add that to it. It's pretty cool. I use it every now and then. I'll take a look. I'll just open up Workspace, click on insiders, bring it up, and it shows me kind of the insider trading of recent. So that's good to know. But it's a quick view of insider trading. Um, I don't want to have it open all the time because I don't use it all the time. So it's just going to use resources if I'm not using it all the time while it's just sitting there. All of these others I look at all the time. So that's the reason I have them set up. Anyway, hit like, subscribe. I'll have more videos coming for you soon. I hope you like this one. I know it was a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but hopefully it will get your Benzinga Pro set up the way it works for you. Even if you don't like my layout, maybe it'll help you set up your layout. Maybe it'll help you understand using the scanner a little bit better or whatever. Hopefully it helps you make your trading more successful. Thank you. Peace.